Welcome to our Devos. We are talking about our living hope. It's Resurrection Week. We just celebrated Easter. Hopefully you had a chance to celebrate the risen Savior with us. And if you didn't, well, we want to celebrate the resurrection of Christ every single day. It's the core event that shapes the security of our faith. It is what keeps us immovable, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because this world, now more than ever, we have so many things going on. The economy, war in Iran, uncertainty about the future, uncertainty about what's going on in the Middle East. We could go on and on. I don't want to terrorize you. If you're watching the news, if you're paying attention, if you're not, you live in this sense of uncertainty. And not knowing what's going to happen. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. What's the news reel going to say? What's going to happen in America? What's going to happen overseas? You wonder all these things. But there is something that you have that others don't have if you're a Christian, and that's this. The idea that living hope anchors the soul through every storm. Living hope anchors the soul in every storm. That means it's like it's like the anchor. Okay, you could see sometimes this if you have I don't know any of the, like a little dinghy, a little boat. And you'll see a boat being tossed to and fro in the middle of a storm. Well, the boat doesn't move too far away because you'll look, if you can see into the water, you'll see it's anchored to something. It's anchored with a heavy anchor that's all the way down to the solid ground beneath. And despite what's going on with the atmosphere and the changing temperature and the storm, the boat is not going to move any further than that anchor will permit. Well, this is really a great picture of our faith. You may right now be in a storm. You may right now be in a place of uncertainty with what's going on in your physical world or what's going on in your financial world or what's going on in your relationships. And all of that might be unstable. But at the end of thinking through all of that, we come to our anchor, which is the living hope of the resurrection of Christ. It says in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 19, we have this as a sure and steadfast anchor of the soul, a hope that enters into the inner place behind the curtain. Sure, steadfast anchor to the soul. This goes beyond what we could ever do on an earthly sense. It goes to the deepest, most intimate parts of our connection with God. That anchor is centered on the hope of what Christ has done for us, the hope of who he is, the hope of his redemptive promise, that if a man promises something and then he rises from the grave, his words are perfect and true. And Jesus is the validation of every promise. He is the first fruits of resurrection. And because of this, no matter what's happening with that storm, our soul is unmoved. We might get bumped around. It might seem scary when we're looking above the surface, but beyond, there's an anchor that rests, being secured by someone who isn't you. Thank God for that. It's not you. You're not responsible to secure your own soul. It's already been secured by the one who defeated death. That's a promise that you need to claim today. That's a promise that's going to take you from struggling to thriving. It's a promise that's going to keep you from depression. It's a promise that's going to keep you from losing momentum. The fact that Jesus secured your soul and your hope is anchored to him.